So, yesterday I was thinking, because I think I was editing a video or listening to a video that I made, and it got me thinking about, again, who I am and how I am, and how people probably see this as being complicated and being overthinking. And God, it must be hell living in your head. There's so many thoughts, so many things you're thinking about. And I was wondering why I am like I am, and why not everyone's like I am. It's either because people don't show that they're like this, or people aren't like this. And I was thinking, why am I? Why am I like this? And the true fact is, it's because I'm scared of everything. Everything in life I'm scared of. Now, why that is, I'll be honest, I have no idea. But the thought of anything scares me. You know? The thought of doing things, the thought of not doing things scares me. Everything you can think of scares me. And it's a huge part of who I am that I'm not saying is a negative at all. All I'm saying is I am scared of everything. And in my world, it is kind of normal to be scared of everything, because what it does for me is it makes me think of how not to be scared of things. Do you know what I mean? I'm sat here, and realistically, there are things I'm not scared of anymore. But that's because I've thought of something. That's because my mind's worked and gone, no, this is why you don't need to be scared. This is why you're okay. And I wonder if this scared mindset is sort of innate to us because of nature, because of when we were in the wild, we were hunter-gatherers. You know what I mean? You did have shit to be scared of all the time, because who knows who was gonna attack you? Who knows who was gonna, or what was gonna come and attack you, try and kill you? Who knew if you even had food the next day? And I wonder if that's, deep down genetically, why that is how I am. But the reason I like it is because it gives me so many thoughts and so many ways to think and things to think about, that I can sort of explore different aspects in the world, different things going on, and figure out a way to not be scared. I don't even know if it's a personality trait of being scared of everything. Is completely forgot what I was just about to say. Something happened with that car over there. Got distracted. Come on. It's like Alzheimer's, isn't it? I'm only young. No, it's gone. But anyway, the reason I like what I think about, the reason I like how I am, Jesus Christ, Jamie, the reason I like how I am is because of so many sort of possibilities that can happen over things when you're scared of stuff. You've got to find coping mechanisms for everything when you're scared of everything. Because it's like, shit, what's going on over here? Right, now we've got to protect ourselves. Now we've got to figure out how not to be scared. Because it's such an unpleasant feeling to be scared all the time, that you're either gonna sit in it forever and be scared forever, and that's uncomfortable and that's awful, or you're gonna go, right, how are we gonna work ourselves into not being scared? Which it is kind of easy if you look at it from an outer perspective of how to deal with it, because it's like, well, I know I'm going to be scared in this situation. That's one emotion that I know I'm going to have, is fear. In something new, in something, I don't know, something dangerous, something easy, just something you're not used to. There's always going to be this fear, there's always going to be these nerves, and sometimes, why would you not go, man? Sometimes, a lot happening this morning on the road, but sometimes, when you know what your situation is going to be like, when you can anticipate, right, when I get here, we know you're going to be nervous because you're scared. We know in this situation, this anxiety is completely fine. It is just who you are. Everything's going to be okay. You've proven that you're intelligent enough, your mind's good enough to figure stuff out. And it almost has a calming effect that you can know yourself that well, that when these situations arise where you know you're going to be scared, it's like you can take that leap of faith, you can take that jump with anything and just say, yeah, you're scared, but you're going to be okay. And I wonder how many people are like that and are scared of everything, but you almost give yourself a false story in your head to say you're not scared of anything. I know that's what I do with most things. The story I made, no, you're not scared. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're not scared, you're not nervous. But realistically, when you look at it and you go, oh, it's actually okay to be scared. What's not okay is to not do something. Do you know what I mean? That's what my focus is on. That's what I figured out. It's completely fine to be scared. It's completely logical to be scared in any situation. And you've got to figure out how do you change that? How do you make it so it's all right? And that's how I do it. It's completely fine to be scared. It's just not all right when you're stagnant, when you're not doing something. And sure, it might be a long process before you do something. Jesus, it took me a year to finally post, but I weren't staying still, and I was trying, and I was always thinking about it. And that's with anything. You've got to always be thinking about it and trying to act and trying to, right, next week we do it. Right, we didn't do it next week. Right, what about the week after? Right, why are we not doing it? Let's figure out why I'm scared to post. All right, okay, I see. You're embarrassed. It's the embarrassment. Right, figure out why you're embarrassed. And then you figure that out. And then you say, this is, you almost put meaning to why you're scared. Right, why am I scared? Is there a logical reasoning? Right, bungee jumping. Am I going to die? Yeah. Logical reason to be scared. Skydiving. Logical reason to be scared. You're jumping out of a plane at 15,000 feet. And when I did that, I wasn't scared until the time when you're about to jump, which is funny because I'm scared of all these other things, but yet that was only until you fall out the plane. And I think for me, I weren't scared in that situation because it's like there's logic on it. It's like, well, it's fine to be scared. Of course you're going to be scared. There's actually a risk of death here. There's a risk of something going wrong. And when I figure it out and I say, this is why we're feeling this way, it kind of, the fear doesn't go away, but it eases. You get a bit more comfortable in it because it's like, this is just the process. It's not just emotions. It's like, this is part of what's going to happen. This is part of how it's meant to go for you. Yeah, you get scared and nervous over these things, but at the end of the day, you're completely fine. And when you sort of embrace that, you are going to be scared, it makes life a bit easier because you don't have to be worried about being scared. You can just be scared and be like, yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, anyway, I had that thought yesterday, I think. So, peace.